All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I of course want to start off by giving all praise unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Yahushai, which is the name of who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, and Yahweh, which is the name of who the world ignorantly calls God. I just want to do a video, man. I'm not sure what I'm going to entitle this yet, but I just wanted to speak about the subject of being content with what we got, man. Okay, because I know. That's not always an easy thing to do, man. That's why you have a saying, in the world, it's easier, to say something than to do it, right? It's easier said than done. And that's a very true statement, man. It's easier, to, make statements about, say for an example, right? Just give an example, man. It's easier for somebody to say that, I wish I owned a house than, to actually own one, right? It's easier to want than to acquire, right? It's easier, to throw $1 million word out there. It's easier to want something than it is to own or to acquire something. And if you don't know what that word is, you can just look that up, all right? But, with that being said, man, we just got to learn, to be, content with, what we possess, man. Okay, whether it be, our financial situations or whether it be, the physical, goods, that we own, here on the earth, man. All right, we got to be, content with those things. And again, I'm not going to sit there and pretend, that's easy, man, because it's most certainly, easy to, get jealous, over some of these other guys in the world, man. Okay, like you look at, say for an example, man, you might look at, the life of, some of these, celebrities, out here in the society, or, you go on, what's that guy, Ben Mahler's, YouTube channel, and, see that guy's, driving around in a damn yacht, man. All right, so, it's easy to, get jealous, of what all these guys have out here, man. Right? I can, speak for myself, man. Okay? Piss you off sometimes, man, because you see, you got guys out here that what? They got, they got women, right? They got money. They got, the best, car on the block, man. Okay, but we don't got those things. And I can personally attest, man. Hey, look, back in school, man, I remember there's this one guy, man, because I used to live down the street from a school, right? So I would always be the one who would be rejected, right? Have no friends. Nobody really talked to me, But, you had this one guy, man, who was driving around, right? 16 years old, driving around, an $80,000, pickup truck, man, right? Got 4 bitches with him, having, fine-ass time, man. Right, but I myself, well, I don't got a car, right? I don't have money. I don't have a woman. Okay, I mean, hell, I gotta walk around with damn, $5 shoes, man. Right, and they have to be held together by, duct tape, man. Okay, so it's, it's easy, to be jealous, when these cats out here got it better than us, man. Okay, and I'm not gonna sit there and lie. I'll admit that, even in this truth, man. There'd be days where, I get pissed off and, may I say jealous that, some of these cats out here that got it better than we do, man. You know what I'm saying? But hey, that's just normal. Why? Because we're in the flesh. But with that being said, we don't want to be, devoured by the spirit of jealousy, right? We don't want to, let that take control of us, for lack of better words. Anyway, to get into the precepts, 1 Timothy chapter 6, and we'll start at verse 5. Perverse disputings of men of corrupt minds, and destitute of truth, supposing that gain is godliness. From such withdraw thyself. But godliness with contentment is great gain. Right, let's read that part again, verse 6. But godliness with contentment is great gain. What does it mean to be content? Basically just means, to go with the flow, man. Right? The scriptures also say, which I didn't bring the precept, but the scriptures also say, to remain humble when you're brought down low, man. Nearly paraphrasing the scripture, right? To remain faithful when you're brought to a low estate, right? A low condition of being. Okay, we're all to, remain humble, man. And again, I'm not going to sit there and pretend that that's easy to do. It isn't easy. Okay? It's not easy. Okay? It isn't easy, to be a prophet, man, which we all claim what? We're, either prophets or just men of the Lord, man. Okay? So it's not an easy thing to do if we do, man. Okay? But anyway, for we brought nothing, this is what I wanted to focus on. It says, verse 7, for we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out. Right, we ourselves, and this goes for everyone. This goes for every man and, woman who's born on the earth, man. This isn't just containing to us, but this is for every human being, man. Okay, every human being was born, you came into the world naked, and you're going to go out of the world naked. You didn't come into the world with, a suitcase full of money, to support you throughout your life. Nah. And guess what? You ain't going to go out of the world with a suitcase, to, support you in the world to come. You ain't going to, it don't work that way. Okay, whatever you have here on the earth, it's only yours, until you pass on, man, and then the next man will take it. And matter of fact, I believe that's in the book of Ecclesiastes, right? A man works, all his life to gain, possessions here on earth, but then he, passes on, and it's only for the next man to take. You know what I mean? So, being realistic, man, the only thing that goes with us is you, right? Which, what are you? Right? You is your, your consciousness, right? And your mind. And that's why we want to build ourselves up with the understanding of these precepts, man. Right? The wisdom, of these scriptures, man. Okay, because that, is what, may I say, goes with you, when you pass on, man. All right, it's just your consciousness, which is, you. Okay, but as far as tangible things, that don't go, man. All right, and you can't stress that enough, man. So, you got guys out here that, have millions of dollars in their bank accounts, man. They got more than, you could ever want. What is that? As the book of Psalms, the 73rd chapter, man, they have more than the heart can wish. Right, and these global elites, they have more than the heart could ever wish, man. And you see somehow some of these celebrities live, man. They got, a garage that has, 5 cars? They ain't running behind on no payments for those, man. I mean, hell, my family got 1 car and you can barely pay the payments for that. These cats out here got, 7, 6, 5, 8 cars in their, garage, right? All paid off. Ain't got to worry about shit, man. Well, other than the, insurance on them. But, other than that, they're A-okay, man. Right? Don't got a care in the world. Right? Don't have to worry about shit. Okay? But, hey, man, I'll read that verse again. For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out. Right? So, we got to remember that, man. Okay? So, we brought nothing into the world with us, and we can carry nothing with us. The only thing that goes is ourselves, which is our memory. Right? And our consciousness. So, that's why, the scriptures speak about wisdom is the principal thing, right? So that's what we want to focus our time on, right? Is to be, counted as a wise man. Okay, because our consciousness and the things that we know and believe is what, travels with us, to the next world, man, right? When we pass on. Okay? But, this world, isn't about that, man. The whole world, specifically America, man, Babylon the Great, because this place is, revolved around consumerism. Right, it's revolved around consuming. Okay, that's why these houses out here, man. I mean, hell, a moving day, man. The average house needs what? Have to pack a damn, U-Haul twice, maybe 3 times to move all those shit into their new house. Why is that? Because of all the things that they acquire in the society that's built off of consumerism. Okay, and that's why I myself, like to resort to minimalism, which is living with a bare minimal. Okay, we're living with less. Okay, which I've done videos on that before. You guys can just look up the term minimalism on YouTube if you're interested in learning, more about the term. Okay, but I like to live with less because it's less stress when you have to move. All right, and it's just overall better for your well-being. But that's video topic for another time. But anyway, going back to what I was saying, we'll read this. says, verse 8, and having food and raiment, let us be therewith content, right? But with food and with raiment, which is what, clothing, let us be content with that, right? So we're not out here, trying to, be the next, may I say, member into the middle class, man. We ain't out here looking to be, the next, well-known, celebrity, man. We're not out here trying to, to be that in the society, which I'm not saying that you're necessarily wicked. If you are those things, that's not true. Okay. But with that being said, man, the fame and, the fortune that comes along with that, may I say, position is, enough to cost you your salvation in certain scenarios, man. Okay. So, anyway, man, getting back to the verses, it says, verse 9, but they that be rich will fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lust, which drown men in destruction and perdition. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some cover after, they have erred from the faith, and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. And that's true, man, which, matter of fact, just to give an example, I remember there was a man, the man who made the video game Minecraft. I know his name in the game was Notch, but I'm not sure what his his real life name is. I couldn't tell you that, but if you look him up online, just look up Minecraft creator and you'll find his name if you want to learn about him. But anyway, he said in an interview, man, because I mean, look at this, man. He has, I want to say, $5 or $6 billion in his bank account, man. And I didn't say million, I said billion, man. So this guy is literally, set for the next 100 years, man. Well, even far past that, man. Living luxury, in pure luxury every single day of his life, man. Right? But guess what? He said that he actually suffers from depression. You know why? Because he can never really get into a real relationship, because every woman that, he tries to get with really doesn't want him, for who he is, but really because of his, his wealth that he has. Right? So he said, even though he has more than a heart could wish, right? He has more money than he can ever spend. He said himself that, he suffers from depression still, man. Even though he has more money than we could ever imagine in our lives, man. Okay, so that's just one example, man. Okay, which there's many other examples out there. You got, many, ones who are, rich, right, and made it, to top of the society, man, who, some of them end up, taking their own lives because of the sorrows that they fall into. Like, for example, man, if you won the lottery, you won $1 million in the lottery, man, I mean, hell, you're going to have family members, reaching out to you for donations, right, handouts. People you met at, in college, or, even, I mean, hell, man, friends you had in high school be, calling you up, trying to, get a loan, which I'll tell you, man, I remember this one time, man, I told my buddies back in, middle school, man, that I had $1,000, man. The first thing, that ended up happening, man, guys be like, hey, do you know if we can, can we get a, a loan? Can we get a loan? You know what I'm saying? So, I had to, watch what I say when it comes to money, man. All right. And that's why I say, man, some lessons in life are learned the hard way. And I can personally attest to that on many different things. But anyway, that's besides the point. Let's see. Yeah, that's all I wanted to get on that. I have a couple more precepts. I'm not sure if I'll get every single one. Anyway, this is one of Revelation 18:4. It says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. Now, what is that talking about? Right, coming out of the mind frame of America, man. And that, of course, is one dealing with the doctrine, right? The doctrines and the teachings of America, right? The philosophy and the American way of life. We're coming out of those things. And we're finding out our true heritage, man. We're finding out, the true laws, the true statutes, and the commandments of the Holy Scriptures, man. Okay, which is what? The true law of God, man. Okay, we're finding it out, right now. Here, bear with me a second. All right, yeah, we're finding that out right now, man. Okay, so we're, letting go of this American way, okay, and we're coming back to true understanding. And one of those ways we got to let go is that consumerism, Okay, because man, again, you got to remember, America is built off of consumerism. Okay, which you can look that word up if you don't know what that is. Okay, let me see. Revelation chapter 3 and verse 12, and it says, "And he that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my God,